everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do a first impressions video trying out the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. I've been using the Makeup Forever HD Stick Foundation, which I am running out of. So I went ahead and picked up the Estee Lauder and wanted to do like a first impressions slash maybe like a wear test. It's supposed to be suitable for all skin types. I have really dry skin, so I'm kind of going to test it out on that kind of measure, but if you've got oily or combo, it's supposed to be great for that. It's also supposed to be long wearing, and it has buildable like medium to full coverage. I think they say 15 hours, so I don't know if I'm going to be up for 15 more hours, but we'll see. I'm going to show you guys what I did to apply it, what color I got, all that kind of stuff. So if you want to see my first impression, definitely make sure you keep watching. If you're new here, I would love for you guys to subscribe. Definitely give the video a thumbs up, and let's just get into it. Alright, so I went ahead and applied my moisturizer. I always do this regardless of whether I wear makeup, but I think it really helps. This is the Aveeno Positively Radiant Daily Moisturizer. It has SPF 15 and it's amazing. So if you need a good daytime moisturizer, that one is like my holy grail of all time. I love it. And then recently I've been adding a little bit of an extra step in because I've been more kind of concerned about my skin and like the sun. I started using this Neutrogena face sunscreen. This is an SPF 50, so I just put a little bit of that on top. Now I'm gonna use this Becca Backlight Priming Filter. This stuff is really good, you guys. I am not typically into a lot of primers. I have dry skin, so I don't notice a big difference when I use them. But this one is really cool because it has sort of like a glowing effect, I guess. Like you put it on and it kind of makes your face like a little glowy. And I also really like it because I find that it does make a difference in how my actual foundation goes on. I did see they have like a new purple one out. Kind of interested to try it out too. So if you have tried the purple one, let me know. It looks really cool and the color looks cool. So hopefully this is gonna show up pretty good because it's getting a little dark outside. Like it was so sunny earlier and now it's kind of like overcast. I think it's supposed to rain. I have never tried anything from Estee Lauder before, so I'm excited to see how this works. I did choose the color 1C1 Cool Bone, which I believe is the lightest shade, so I hope that that works for me. And let's see if they put anything on here. It says it is for all skin types, so if you've got oily, combo, dry, whatever, it's supposed to be really nice, and it has buildable coverage. Okay, it doesn't really say anything about how to do it, so I'm just gonna do it my normal way. So I'm gonna shake it a little bit. I don't feel like you need to shake this one. It doesn't look super liquidy, but that's what it looks like. I really hope this color works for me because it's a struggle sometimes to find like a good matching foundation, and this looks like it might be a little bit dark, but maybe not, so we'll see. Okay, so I'm just gonna take it and like put a few dots on. I always typically do this with liquid. I know some people put it like on their sponge, but I really like to, you know. Okay, so I usually use my Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. I prefer that over like my Beauty Blender, but I thought for the sake of this video, I would do like a half and half. So I'm gonna do half with my Real Techniques brush and then half with my Beauty Blender and just see if there's a difference. But you know what? I think this color might be okay. I think it will be. Typically I can make the lightest shade work. I didn't put like a large amount on, like I just put a few dots, but I will say it has already given pretty good coverage. I'm gonna add a little bit more. I have noticed that it does better with the brush when you like dot it on like I originally did versus if you dip the brush and do it, that looks smeary. I feel like the coverage is pretty good so far. Like it looks really nice. It covered a lot with just like a little bit, and so I'm gonna put a little bit more. I don't, you know, feel like I always have to have super heavy coverage, but you know, I do have a little bit of like redness on my cheek sometimes, which I feel like it's covered for the most part. it does look like the brush is starting to get like a little bit of trouble trying to blend. So I'm gonna go back over it with the sponge. All right, so I added some more on, and so far I really like this. I think it's definitely a lot more full coverage, and I didn't have to apply like a ton. I would say it gives pretty good coverage from the get-go. I did like one layer, and then I went back in a couple areas and added a little bit more. I have a little bit of dryness up there today, so I'm trying not to apply too much over on those areas. I don't know why your face gets dry up there. It's so bizarre. I think it looks pretty good. It looks pretty flawless on camera. If I look up close, like I can see that I'm wearing makeup. Like you can tell that you have it on. Overall, it's not bad. And from far away, like on the camera, and from far away, like when I hold up the mirror, you don't notice that. Like it looks pretty flawless. So that's kind of cool. So far I really like it. I think, you know, hopefully it lives up to the hype that everybody has. I think the color is pretty good for me. It is darker than my actual skin, like by a tad, but it blends in pretty good with my neck. I don't know if it's gonna show up on camera. I feel like it looks a little bit darker, but in person you don't notice. I'll say it feels pretty comfortable. It doesn't feel like heavy and gross. You notice, like I said, a little bit of that texture that it's kind of highlighted on my cheeks. You don't really notice that from far away though, like on like the mirror and like the camera. So that's really cool. So far I like it. I will try to keep you guys updated throughout the day, and we'll see how it wears. All right, I finished my makeup, and this is like what everything looks like so far. I really like the foundation. Overall, I think the finish looks really nice. I think it looks pretty flawless. It gives pretty good coverage. So yeah, I'm gonna keep you guys updated. All right, we're doing this vlog style because it's really dark outside, so I can't really like set up my camera anymore. But it's been probably 3 or 4 hours, and I think, you guys, it still looks really nice. I mean, I've just been at home all day kind of hanging out, so I haven't really done anything to like make it sweat off, but I haven't really seen like the color change or it like settle weird or anything like that. So I think it looks really nice in person. Like I feel like it looks better in person than it does on the camera even. So I really like it so far. I think it's holding up really well. I think the color looks good actually too. Here you can kind of get a better, like more natural coloring. See, like it looks like it blends a lot better than I feel like it did earlier. Excuse like my crazy hair in the background, but just wanted to update you guys. I think it looks really good. So it's been around 10 hours now, and my kind of final thoughts are that I really like this foundation, and I do think it is very good. It definitely lives up to a lot of the hype. So I think for the most part, it still looks really nice and very similar to what it did when I first put it on. My under eye concealers come off, but the actual foundation looks really nice. The only thing that I've noticed is there's been a little bit of settling in like my drier areas, like a little bit of my kind of like dry patches and stuff. So like on my chin and like up here and stuff, there's a little bit. I don't think it's really worn off that much. It's just kind of settled a little bit. So I really like this, and I would definitely say to give it a shot and try it out. Another thing for me is the color. I think the color is a perfect match, so I'm really happy about that because sometimes it's really hard to find a good color. So I hope this video was helpful for you guys, and if you liked it, make sure to let me know in the comments or give it a thumbs up if you think I should do some more first impressions and stuff like that. If you want me to do some more videos like this, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will catch you guys very soon. Bye!